Are you conscious of your intentions when you do something? Do you know why you do something? Do you know what are your personal reasons and what are your feelings about doing some specific thing? Especially when we are talking about helping people, especially when we are talking about something that is considered good deeds. And that's basically what my today's video is about. Do good deeds only happen if there are good intentions, or do good deeds actually independent of the intention behind them? More about that in a moment. But obviously before we begin, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experiences about different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Let's go. This video is not an absolute video, it's more my opinions on the topic. And I talked a lot about good people and bad people. What defines a good person? What defines a bad person? And is this definition, or are these definitions, so easy to differentiate from each other? But traditionally we have a person who is a good person does good deeds. Person who is a bad person does bad deeds. Pretty logically, pretty simple. And as you know from my videos, in my personal opinion, the world isn't like that. Yes, in general, people can be differentiated more or less on good and bad, but all of us do both. All of us do some good deeds, all of us do some bad deeds, and overall we are thinking in majorities. What are majority of my deeds? Are they good or bad? Now I will add a little bit more food for thinking. Intentions. At the end of the day, we do some specific things, we do different things because we have some thoughts in mind, or because we have some normal reactions, normal kind of behavior that we've got throughout our childhood or maybe throughout our skill set and whatnot. And the point is following: do good people only have good intentions? Do good deeds exist only because of good intentions? And in my personal opinion, it is not completely like that. At the end of the day, there is a saying, the way to hell is paved with good intentions. And in my personal opinion, it is a very great saying because most of us consider ourselves good people. We do our best to do good deeds. We have good intentions, but although we have good intentions, although we want to do something good for the society or for some specific people, it doesn't mean that our deeds are good, that our deeds are useful, that we actually achieve our goal, the goal of our intentions. And except for that, what are good intentions? What do we understand as good intention and what are bad intentions? I have some examples for you that I will say in a moment. But I want to remind you that in my personal opinion there is no clear differentiation between good and bad. That is why there is no clear thing as a good intention, at least in my personal opinion. There are intentions, and sometimes we consider this intention as good, sometimes bad, based on our own experience and based on societal tension or societal opinion, I would call it like that. I will provide you a couple of examples of various intentions, and I want you to think how you consider these intentions. Do you consider these intentions to be good, or do you consider these intentions to be bad? And we start with one that is traditionally a positive intention, a good intention, which is altruism. Altruism is overall being ready to help although it can hurt yourself. So basically a lot of religions are telling specifically about that. You give away your last pieces of food, you give away your last clothes so you can help other people. So other deeds that are based on this idea of giving away something that you need so other person can benefit from it, are these deeds good or bad, or rather, are intentions behind this good or bad? Overall, most of the people consider altruism as a good intention. At the end of the day, you want to help although it hurts you. But to be honest with you, I can consider one or another situation where it can be negative intention. You give away something that you need so you can show that you are an altruist. So basically you can rotate the whole situation to be a narcissistic situation, so you can present yourself better, and that's basically what a lot of points that I will cover today are connected to. Another great example of intention: people like to help other people, and It is a great motivation, it is a great intention to help. You feel yourself great when people say thank you, you feel yourself great, you think that you are a good person, but is this satisfaction of getting this thank you, of getting that appreciation, does it make the intention of your help good or bad? You kind of benefit from helping others. So you like to help them and it is a good thing, but on the other hand you benefit from it because you get some good emotion, some satisfaction and whatnot. So is this intention then good or bad? Which is connected to our next example, personal gain. If you do good deeds, if you help other people based on personal gain, based on the idea of personal gain, is it a good intention or is it a bad intention? Because at the end of the day, you do help other people. At the end of the day, other people's lives are better, but you gain something out of it. Maybe it be whatever, your positive emotions, maybe money, maybe satisfaction, maybe appreciation, I don't care, but you get something out of it. And it was your motivation to begin with. You wanted to get that, so you did a good deed. So is this intention good or bad? Another motivation or intention is pretty interesting because I don't think it is a traditional one. And it is boredom or having nothing else or nothing better to do. So you do a good deed because everything else is just more boring. Everything else doesn't bring you any satisfaction, anything else doesn't bring to you anything. So you do a deed, and that deed happens to be a good deed. Or you help other people because you just are sitting around and like, why not? I can help. I don't have anything to do anyway. The deed is considered good. Is the intention good? Is it good to help other people out of boredom? Like, is it good not to actually want to help, but more entertain yourself thanks to helping? And the last example, promise. Sometimes we promise other people to help them. Sometimes we promise other people to do some specific deed which is considered a good deed. It is a big question whether we would do that thing if we wouldn't make a promise. So the question is following: is this intention of I have to do it because I made a promise, is it a good intention? Or is it a bad intention because you can rotate it and say, yeah, that person didn't want to help, but I kinda made that person to help. So overall, the deed is kinda good, but the intention is wrong. You can rotate a hell lot of situations with that way of thinking. In conclusion, I would like to add that in my personal opinion, we shall acknowledge at least good deeds, helping other people, independent of intentions. Yes, we shall not forget about intentions, especially in the situations where people had clearly bad intentions, really bad intentions, but good deed came out of it. For example, a killer wanted to shoot some person, the killer missed the target, but met with a shot another person that attacked the target. And overall it is a good deed, it is a protection, but the intention was clearly not the best one. And I'm sure you can find even simpler examples for this idea. But my point is, I think we shall acknowledge or at least appreciate the result. If the result is a good one, then why not just say thank you for doing it? At least appreciate it. At the end of the day, we can always think or double think about different situations and try to find a bad intention behind it, and we will manage to do it. Like in all examples that I presented to you today, you can rotate it and take this kinda good intention and rotate it and make it a better intention, and vice versa. The intention of personal gain is considered generally as a bad intention, but you can rotate it and make it a good intention. That is why I personally think we shall try to do our best with good intentions, live consciously, try to help others, but at the end of the day, the question is, what did we achieve? What deeds did we make? How many people did we help? And based on that, we can consider ourselves to be good or bad people, but not actually on the thoughts that we did about it. A lot of people have no intentions whatsoever, but they still act a lot, which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. It is just food for your thoughts. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel, and I see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.